Okay, here we go. We are live now. Great. I hope everything is okay. So, how are you, Ryan? How is it going?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yes. Okay. Maybe Grace the world is going to watch, our live video today. So, yes. So for today, as I told you before, great, we are going to reflect on the products that we produced last time. We had a writer. We have written, piece of writing. I think it was a good one. Just learning how to write an essay in terms of methodology and process and so on. So, just as a question, tell me first of all, remind me again, because the essay is all about paragraphs. Tell me or remind me of the structure of the paragraph. How can you write a very good paragraph in English? What's in terms of structure?
We need a topic sentence.
We start by a topic sentence. Very good. What is the topic sentence about?
It's an introduction or the like a short information to introduce the essay to
Uh-huh.
the to the.
Okay, is it a general intro? Is it a general idea or a specific detail?
It's like a just a general idea.
It's a general idea, right? It summarizes the whole. It gives you an idea about what the whole paragraph is going to be about. Very nice. Okay, then later on,
The supporting sentences.
14 sentences. Very good. Right. What are the supporting sentences about? They may be in the form of maybe
uh,
examples. Maybe
uh, Advantages.
yes, arguments, right? In terms of topic, we may have advantages or disadvantages. Whatever the topic is, it's not necessary, to be specific to a certain topic or whatever. But what you are going to provide in the supporting sentences, it's in the form of examples. You give examples, you give arguments, you give explanations, details. In other words, what's the purpose? In order to back up, let's say, the topic sentence or to support our main idea. That's really amazing. Good. And in terms of size, which part do you think is longer than the other, right? That introductory sentence or the supporting sentences?
The supporting sentences.
Of course, that's it. It's like the body, right, of our paragraph. Very nice. It's going to be longer. And then at the end, what should we have?
We have the conclusion or
The
the end or the
concluding.
main the conclusion
Exactly, the concluding sentence. Very nice.
in
Okay,
sentence.
again, it summarizes, great, the main important ideas being discussed in the body or the core of our paragraph. Okay, so let's take a quick look. We're going to read through the essay that we did last time, and then we're going to start up another one, right? Okay. We can
Yeah.
choose a topic again that we discussed before. It's very important to recycle what we have learned so far. Okay, so let me show you very, very quickly, right, snapshots of the products that we produced last time. And we are going to read it very quickly again to see how things are organized and so on and so forth. Right. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Here, as you see, great. We wrote an outline before we get started. We wrote an outline about the main important points or structure that we're going to go through. So, number one, there should be an introductory sentence, and here we choose or we opt for defining or for the definition of the concept or the constructs, and introduce the main idea of the essay. Plus raising maybe some problematic questions about maybe advantages, disadvantages, or whatever the topic is about, right? Our topic last time was about robots, so we discussed advantages and disadvantages of robots. The second point, which has to do with the body, it's within the form of two paragraphs because we have two main points to discuss. So one paragraph is about advantages and the other one is about drawbacks. We say drawbacks or disadvantages.
Disadvantage.
And the last paragraph is going to be about conclusion. It's a brief summary of the main idea being, or the main ideas, or the key ideas being discussed in the body. So very quick reading in this text, and then great to move on, inshallah, to start a new projects. So you read one paragraph, I read one, you read the other, and I read one, right? So that we can help each other. Yeah, you start first.
Robotics is the intersection of science, technology, and engineering focused on designing, building, and developing robots. Robots consist of three basic parts: the mechanical side, the hardware, the electrical side, power source, and the code, which is a set of instructions that tell the machine what to do. While robots are widely used to make our life easy, they may also lead us to miserable and undesirable aftermaths.
Undesirable aftermath. That's really amazing. Okay, so as you see, great, in this introduction there is a main idea here, which is the topic sentence and some problematic questions, great, which is it's indirect questions here. All right, so that we raise, and it's clear that we are going to discuss 2 points, the positive side and the negative side of robots or robotics. Great. Okay, it's my turn. To start with, this is a linking word. It's a very important one in order to get started, right? Or to keep, as they say, the ball rolling. To start with, people resort to robots to make their life easier and better. These machines, we use machines here instead of robots. So it's very important to use synonyms, right? This is what we call maybe a cataphor, right? You use cataphors, anaphors, right, in order to avoid repetition, right? These machines are widely used in different fields and for different tasks. For manufacturing and making machines, assembling cars, cleaning, cooking, surgeries, firefighting, gaming, agriculture, transportation, etc. Etc. Robots are therefore capable of facilitating our life and performing our daily tasks in the best way without our intervention. By so doing, robotics makes our world easy to control and live in. Yes, come on.
However, these programmable machines may cause a lot of trouble in a variety of cases. For instance, robots replace the labor force, increasing the rates of employment in our
And
society.
our society.
Besides, society. Besides, their automation can make people lazy and inactive, which may bring about a variety of health issues. Moreover, many robotized machines may encounter coding issues, leading to disastrous accidents like the technical issues faced by Tesla cars with the auto drive system.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yes. In brief, let's come to the conclusion. In brief, robots are, without doubt, right? It means without questioning, useful machines that can help us make our life easier and better. But we should be careful and cautious about their social health and technical aftermaths that make us lose full control of them. All right, so as you see, Grace, again, we just wrap up, right, and summarize what we say, that robots may be used in a positive or in a negative way. So these are things that we need to consider when writing. It's very important. Criteria has to do with grammar, has to do with spelling, punctuation marks, capitalization, in addition to coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion is something that we try to meet by the use of linking words. Appropriate linking words is very important. All right. In brief, however, to start with, besides. So there are different linking words I have already shared with you that differ and vary based on the function they are used for. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this part and going again directly to the Word document, or going again to work together until we finish a new essay, and we shall call it a day again, and until we meet another day. Great. So let me share with you the an empty Word document, and we choose a specific topic that we discussed, before. Here we go. So these lessons are brought to you by English Windows Online Learning Platform. Let's make it as a title, as a header, right? And then Control E, right, to, central. Put this into the center, right? So writing project number 2, right? Here we go. Let's use some colors. It will be nice. Okay, so for our writing again projects, we are going to choose a specific topic to, that we are going to discuss. All right. Our focus or topic. Let's make it this very easily sway, right? Topic to, yeah, let's choose a topic, a specific title, and then we're gonna make an outline again, and then we'll create a text zone and then start writing. Our first drafts at least, right? Yeah. So what do you think here? I suggest we write about the specific topics that we talked about before. Do you have any specific topic in mind, or shall I suggest the one I have in mind?
Just suggest some general.
Right. So we talked last time, if you remember, we read an article in a reading activity about the internet before and after, right? Our life, the life before the internet, right? So we'll discuss this topic, and it seems that the structure it seems to be clear, right? That there are 2 points that we'll be discussing, right? There is one point is life. We're going to describe life before the internet. And then after the creation of the internet, what happens? How did the internet, or has the internet changed our life and our lifestyle in general? Right. So let's make it here life, right? Before and after, right? The invention of the internet, or after the internet, right? Just in the American way, they say internet, right? Okay, so that's gonna be our topic for today. So let's move right now to again start with an outline. As I told you before, that's a good methodology, right? A methodology before I begin writing, I should be clear about the points I'm going to write about. In the first paragraph, in the introduction, I mean, in the body, and in the conclusion. So let's draw an outline. Our first thing is going to be the introduction. Will be the introduction. So what do you think is, are we going to say or talk about in the introduction? Of course, there must be the main idea or the topic sentence and so on, and then raise questions. So what do you think is it going to be to go as far as this point is concerned? Well, very simply, start.
Uh,
So,
internet is the internet is the thing. It's the like a precious thing in our life.
that's a
Or
precious thing in our life. Great. Yes. Okay. Remember, we are not going to talk about advantages or disadvantages. Our focus mainly is describing life before and after the internet, right? So we can start with with the general idea again, as usual, right? Starting, great, with general idea, right, about the let's say the huge, right, let's say differences, right, or difference, the huge difference that the internet, right, or impacts that the internet, right, has made or had made, right? Yes, has made, right, in our life, right? We'll show that life, in as an introduction, will show that life before and after the invention of the internet is not the same. A lot of things have changed actually, right? Okay, and then that's it, right? I think that's the question we'll be raising. And so we are going very simply raise questions, right? Raise very direct or indirect questions about life before, right? Before and after, right? And after the invention, of course, of the internet, right? And then in the that's the introduction. Our introduction is going to be this way. Now, the next point has to do with the body, which has to do with the details. So, what do you think are we going to discuss here? How many paragraphs, by the way, are we going to have?
2 paragraphs.
We have basically 2 paragraphs, okay? So the paragraph number 1, let's see here, paragraph 1. Let's see P1, right? So just to make it short, what are we going to discuss here, right? In the first paragraph.
We discussed about the life before an internet.
Oh yeah, great. Live, very simply before, great. Describing life. Yeah, describing, describing life, great. Before, great, before the internet, right? The internet, right? Very nice, good. And the great second paragraph. What do you think is the second paragraph's going to?
Describing life after internet and their
Yeah.
impacts.
And yeah, right. Its impacts on our life. Right. Very good. Yeah. Describing life here after, right? The invention, right? Or the internet, right? Okay. So that's the body, right? And then we'll have the third point, okay, will be about the conclusion, right? Yes. Conclusion. All right. So, what do you think is the conclusion will be? What are we going to? Are we supposed to do in the conclusion?
Like a comparison between the life before the internet and the life after inventing the internet.
Very good. It's a brief summary, right, of right, of the key ideas again, the key ideas this being discussed in the body, right? Very good. In the core, right, of the essay. All right, that sounds really interesting, right? So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I think this shall be great. All right, very good. And let's make it bold, just like the other ones. Great. All right, so let's move on ahead and great, get started. We are going to create a text zone, great, and start writing. That's all. Okay, yes. Here we go. All right, it doesn't matter here, space. And now let's create a text zone, as I said, and we'll try to write our first draft. And then we're going to read in case there are again, some mistakes to edit and so on. Again, I click on the top right button on the keyboard in order to keep that space, which we call the indent or the indentation. All right, so here is our first thing here in the introduction. We have to start with the general idea about the huge difference that the internet right has made in. Yeah, we need a topic, short, brief, concise topic sentence that shows that life before and after is not the same, right? How can you express that, right, in your own way?
Uh,
Bismillah.
the internet is revolutionized the the way we live and work.
Great, yeah. Okay, so the internet has revolutionized our lifestyle or, the way we live. Great, that's really amazing. Great, good. And we can add some, great, some expressions. This is something that we are sure about, okay? Something that no one would question, right? هذه أمور لا شك فيها, right? It goes, there is a very nice expression, great, Ryan, that we may use, great. We say it goes without saying, right? It goes without saying, it means it goes without questioning, right? لا شك, without doubt. لا شك أن الإنترنت, great, has revolutionized, great, our life, great, and so on. So it goes without saying that the internet, maybe sometimes I'm going to use I have the dictation maybe. I'm sure if I have, great, the dictation tool here. It's not given here. Maybe because my microphone is used right now by Zoom, so it can't be used by Microsoft Word at the same time. Maybe, right? Okay, so let's check. Oh, I think we have it here, right? I'm going to dictate, right, to the Microsoft Word to write. So, what is the idea? It goes without saying that live, right? Okay, yes, it goes without saying that life before the internet. Let me check, right? Life before the internet and after is not the same. All right, okay, it sounds good. Imagine that technology makes us lazy, right? Oh my God, what is going on? Stop. ايش قاعد يدير هذا, right? It keeps rising. This is one of the problems of technology. Sometimes you lose control of what you're doing, right? Okay, so that life before the internet and after is not the same, right? Right. Now, till here, it's very nice. This is a topic sentence. It's to the point. It goes without saying that life before and after before the internet, that life before and after, right? Right? Before and after, right? The internet, right, is not the same. Very nice. Good. Now, let's say instead of seeing the internet, we can say something else. There is another maybe equivalent for the internet, right? What can you say? Another
Net,
seven.
net, network.
The network. Very good. Or the www. What does it stand for? www.
World Wide
Why?
Web.
World Wide Web, right? Okay, very nice. Yeah. Let's say the world, right? The World Wide Web, right? And put www here, right? Between parentheses, right? The World Wide Web has what? As you said, right? Has revolutionized, right? Has revolutionized, as you said. Right? Has revolutionized what? What?
The way we live
The
and
way
we
we
work.
live has got to name. طريقة باش كنعيشو عنده واحد السمية, مصطلح. It has got
Our
life,
lifestyle.
lifestyle. Right, very good. هذه الأهمية ديال writing. We should avoid the redundancy and wordiness. خصنا نتجنبوا شي حاجة كتسمى wordiness, الحشو, وهو التعبير عن المعنى الواحد بأكثر عدد من الألفاظ. هذا شيء مذموم يعني, right? يسمى الحشو, right? Redundancy, right? So has revolutionized our lifestyles, right? Very good. Our lifestyle. Okay, the World Wide Web has revolutionized our lifestyle. Then, yes, we need more ideas. Brainstorm, come on. Do you have something else?
Uh, Simplifying our daily life.
Right? Simplifying, or we can say, as we did before, right? Making our life easier and at this time, maybe faster. right? Okay, not that as before, right? Making, right, our life easier. Uh, Easier is a big problem, right? Because internet has both advantages and disadvantages, right? Making our life, let's say, faster and let's say more complicated, right? More complicated, right? Okay, so complicated means it's not something easy to, right? To use, right? Or
Teacher,
because it has both advantages and disadvantages. Do you have anything to add here?
I think we replace making our life faster and more complicated with making our world like a small village.
Oh, nice. Very good. That's a good point. That's a good idea again. Yes. Making our life faster, more complicated and more complicated, right? Turning. Okay. So we are going to copy this, right? Maybe we may need this expression later on, right? Let's just cut this point and say turning, right? Our world, right? Our world. We have also used world, so it's better to change, right? The world into another equivalent synonym.
Uh,
What is
our
that?
planet.
Globe. Oh, making our
Globe,
planet
globe.
very nice. Or globe, right? Turning our globe or our planet. So let's say our planet. It's a good idea, right? Planet, right? Planet into a small, right, village. Very nice. This is a great idea, great actually, yes. Now, okay, let's call this is great, some sort of, introductory sentence, great lifestyle here attached, great. So now what should we do, right? We should, raise this question, right? This idea of the difference, the huge differences between our life before and after, right? Something to add, right? Because we need to create, an introduction should consist at least of 4 lines, right? So something like that. It goes without saying that life before and after the internet is not the same. The World Wide Web, WWW, has revolutionized our lifestyle, turning our planet into a small village. We could
Uh,
say many aspects of our life have changed. Oh, and great. Think about adding some more ideas, great, in this introduction.
Making our globe faster and more efficient.
Making our globe faster. So you turn back to the idea, right, so that we mentioned before, which we erase it, which has to do that, the internet has made our world faster and more complicated, right? Okay, so we say turning our planet into a small village. Indeed, great. Aha, let's say indeed, many great, great our world, right, has become, right? Yes, indeed, our globe, let's say our globe again, right, has many aspects, right? Yeah, let's say, indeed, many aspects of, right, our life, right, of our life have become, right, yes, and then we paste the idea that we erased it before. Have become what? Have become faster and more complicated. Oh, nice, great. Have become faster and more complicated. So, in terms of what, we should talk about some of the aspects that the internet has changed.
Uh,
Talks about
like
lifestyles,
the
something general, right? What exactly has changed in our life, right?
like the
You need to
access to
categorize.
the information,
Great. What is it? The
access of to the information.
access to the information, right? Access to information, very good. Yes, okay. Indeed, many aspects of our daily life have become faster and more complicated, right? Uh-huh. Be it, right, become more complicated, right? The access, right? Uh-huh, right, okay. Okay, so access to the information, guys. All right. Okay, and what else?
Uh, Simplifying the way we work, or
Mm-hmm. Great. Very nice. Great. Let's make it this way, great. So easy and fast access, great. And instant, let's say instant access, great, quick, great, instant access to great the information, very nice, المعلومة, very nice. Easy and instant access to the information, fast way. I mean, yes, easy and instant access to the information. What else? We're just summarizing in the body. We're going to discuss these points in details, right? Before and after the internet. Easy and instant access to the information. Then,
making making our life
uh-huh,
with this internet revolution way easier.
great. I
Way
didn't get I didn't get the idea. Great. Let's talk about some broad categories here, right? We're talking about access to the information. We can talk about
communication.
communication, right? What
Okay.
happened to communication, right? Yes.
Uh, like uh,
Mm.
assembling people, or like connecting with people.
Oh, that's a great idea, great. So we can talk about revolution, right, in the communication, in the IT, right, in the information and communication technologies and so on, right? Easy and instant access to the information. Let's see how we can express this idea. Um, right. Right, live, great, and well, live communication, great, instant, great, quick, great, or faster, right? Varied, easy access to the info, yeah, either, great. Mhm. I don't want to say easy again because we have already used it, great. So, let's say live, or more, let's say, unlimited, right? Unlimited. Let's say unlimited, right? Communication. What is it, right? Communication. Okay. Unlimited.
Revolution.
Right. Yes. Unlimited. Uh, right. Communication, great, tools or channels, great, unlimited communication, unlimited and great, live, let's see here, and live communication channels, right? Right. There are now, right, a variety of channels and apps, right, that allow us to communicate live as we are doing right now on Zoom, right? So Zoom is, one of the aspects of this revolution of the internet, right? Without the internet, there would be no Zoom, right? Right. There would be no other communication software, right? Actually, right. So unlimited and live communication channels or communication channels, right? Let's say communication or communicative, right? Which one do you think is communication channel? Let's say communication channels and apps. Very good. Nice. And one more aspect, right? So it talks about easy access to the information, or it talks about communication. Let's say another thing, right? Maybe we can raise this question of AI that can, right, has revolutionized again the world of information.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and talking with other people in on the communities or
Yeah, right. Uh-huh, right. Yes, right. Limited, right, through unlimited. We can use here, guys, connecting people. Let's say here, connecting people through right?
yeah.
Connecting people through unlimited and live communication channels and apps. And then what? Great. Great. We can, draw on this idea of AI, the artificial intelligence, right? And how can, right, the internet, how does internet, right, contribute to this, right?
Offering AI technologies to grow up and be like the
Mhm.
daily uh, yeah, like the daily your daily helper
Assistant.
virtual assistant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Nice. Great. Okay. So let's see how can we express this idea. Right. Talking about this, right, AI, enable tools and so on and apps and so on that makes that can assist us, right? Every day, great, in whatever thing we want, right? Connecting people through unlimited and live communication channels and apps, assisting, right? Let's talk about assistance here. Assisting people, right? What is it, right? Assisting people through via, right? AI, right? To perform, right? To perform, or with the performance, right? Assisting people, right? Yes, to perform, right? To perform. Mm-hmm. A variety, great, a variety of daily their daily tasks, right? Let's say to
Yep.
perform, yeah, a variety, right, of great tasks,
Daily tasks.
a variety of tasks, and daily, great, yeah, great variety tasks, to perform a variety tasks that use it to be great. Great. That use it to be use it to be too that use it to be too demanding, right? And in terms of time, right, and efforts, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
now we are, reflecting back on how life was before, right, the AI. Before AI, I think that life, right, it was a little bit hard. It was challenging. It was too demanding, right? If you want to maybe to write an article, an essay, it was to demand or perform certain tasks. It was too demanding, right, to do that before the AI. But after AI, now, as you can see, right, a very simple technology being created here is this dictate option, or this audio recognition, right, ability that the Microsoft Word has, right? So I can very simply just dictate without having to even type, let's say, on the keyboard. Maybe one day we may do without the keyboard at all, right? Okay, so I think we are gonna stop here. 4, 5 lines for the introduction. That's nice. We have erased the problematic, question that life before and after is not the same. Now let's move on to the second point, which has to do with the second part of our essay, which has to do with the body, right? So the body will be this way. We don't have a lot of time, but we'll try to hurry, right, so that we can cover as many points as possible. All right. Now, we can say to start with, right? To start with,
Yes.
or to begin with, or before the internet, and then on the one hand, right? On the other hand, right, and so on, right? Right, yes. Let's say on the one hand, right, yes. On the one hand, من جهة من اللي غنجيو لا بارتي الخاصة right after the internet in this second paragraph, we can say on the other hand, yes. On the one hand, yes, what happened on the one hand before, right? On the one hand, right, yeah, right.
Internet is now leading the world
Uh,
by
we are talking about before the internet now, the first paragraph.
before.
Oh, right. On the one hand, right, the life, right, let's say life before, right, the internet, before the internet, right, the internet, right, was, was what?
Social
Tough,
finance.
let's say tough, I mean difficult, and slow like a snail. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's make it this way, right? All right, and was slow like a snail. We can express, we can give some examples, all right? Some examples
Uh,
would be communication. How did people use it to communicate before? Did
the
they use Zoom or anything like? No, there is no
no.
Zoom. There is nothing of that sort. They use it, those snail mails, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they communicate using mails and so on, and such traditional, right, letters and so on, right? Okay, so life before the internet was tough and slow like a snail. For instance, guys, let's give some examples in order to support this topic sentence. For instance, in order to communicate, right? In order to communicate, you know, people need word, right? Um, they use it to spend, right? People use it to spend. We use it here, use it to, it expresses a habit in the past, right? تعبر على واحد العادة في الماضي كيف كانت الأمور,
Yeah.
right? People use it to spend a lot of time and efforts, or labor and efforts, right? To, right, uh, you know,
Send
uh-huh, to what, right? They use
send
it
messages.
to spend a lot
Send
of time and
mails.
effort to communicate, right? Let's say just to communicate, right?
Yeah.
Let's explain. We need to explain this idea more, right? Great. Great.
Use
Relied more, great. The relied more. The user, great. Um, just like pen
use
and paper, great. Great. The relied. Let's say they relied a lot. For instance, great, on mails, right? They relied a lot on mails. We're talking here about the post mails, right? They relied a lot on mails and right, pen and paper, right? Relied on mails and great, traditional letter and pen and yes. They relied a lot on mails and paper. What is that, right? Mails. And traditional, let's say here, letters, right? Traditional
yeah.
letters. Okay. Great. To communicate with their, great, or to get to, great,
Talk
to,
each other.
what is that?
Talk each other to each other.
Mm-hmm. It's
from
all
a
not a
distance.
great word, but to great, great, great to, communicate information or news or whatever, right? So they relied a lot on mails, right, and mails. We need here to make it in the plural form to, traditional letters, let's say to communicate, grace, communicate news, grace, and updates. To share news, grace, yes, okay, let's see here to share. So avoid using communicates a lot, right? To share news and updates with their, right, with their relatives, right? With their, with their relatives, great, with their friends and relatives. Let's say friends, right, and relatives. Very nice, good, right? Okay, so rely a lot on mails and traditional letters. It sometimes takes, mhm, it sometimes took, right? What? It
A
sometimes,
lot of a lot of time to receive that.
it sometimes take days and weeks. Let's say days and weeks, right? Right, to inform, right? To inform, right? Others, to inform, right, the, others, right, in the other parts of the world, in the other parts, in a specific parts in the world, right, to inform others in a specific, right, parts in the world about, right, new events, right, new events, and right, new events and right, news or whatever, right, about new events and right, updates, right. I don't want to use updates again, about new events or right, right, whatever, right, new events or information. Let's say information, no worries, right? New events or information, right? Nice, very good. Okay, so that's a good point. Now let's see what's wrong here, right? Okay, for instance, okay, no worries. To communicate, people use it to spend, right? Okay, we talked about this idea of communication, right, before, right? So how about the other thing, which has to do with the access, great, to the information and through, great, yeah, access to the information. The slow, let's talk about the slow access to the information too, right?
in
They also use it, great, right?
in the term of
They
the
also, yes, let's say they also needed, great, they also needed to go,
to
to go
go
through
to
or to read.
through truth, to grow through the library and
Uh-huh.
search
Yeah,
and
exactly. Right. Yeah. They also needed to go to read through lots of books, right? A lot of books, right? And papers, to get a
the information
specific, right?
specific.
Specific information, right? To get us also book, right? To get a specific information. Great. Yes, great. Limited to communicator channels, great. Assisting people via AI to perform a variety of tasks, right? To get a specific information, great. They also needed, to read through lots of books and papers to get a specific information. Mhm. There remains this point of performing certain tasks and so on, right? They do mostly do things by themselves, right? They don't have to, right? Didn't have this great opportunity to use such technologies and so on, right? Get specific information. They also, right? They also had, let's say, Ryan, that they also had to do things by themselves, right? There were no robots there were no AI, right? So they also had to do or to perform, yeah, right, to do a lot, let's say, to do a lot of tasks, of hard tasks, let's say here, of hard tasks by themselves, right? As there were as by themselves, right? Employing what? Employing a huge number, of what? Of workers, right? Can you hear me, Ryan? Maybe you have some connectivity problems, right? Hello. Ah, great. Ryan, great, has disconnected, right? Okay, no worries. All right, we'll be waiting for Ryan to rejoin us again. So, no worries, great. Okay, as we are going live, so let's continue. Great. Ryan, great. Are you here? Are you back?
Hello, teacher. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's continue. Inshallah, great. We shall, be a little bit faster so that we can close, end up this session. So I say that they also had to do a lot of hard tasks by themselves, employing a huge numbers of workers, as there were as there were very few robots, right? Or smart tech, right?
Yes.
Or technologies, right? Very few, or smart tech technologies. Great, good. That's gonna be enough, right? Okay, it's a very
Mm.
nice size, for this paragraph. It looks just, uh, quite good, right, in terms of size. And now we need to go to the next point, which has to do with the, life after the internet. Great. Yes, with the invention, or by the invention,
After the event,
or we say on the other hand, right? On the other hand, right? On the other, talks about on the one hand, now on the other hand, yes. What happened, guys? Yes.
uh, internet has replaced all this, these.
Mm-hmm. The internet has revolutionized our lifestyles. Oh my gosh, guys, has revolutionized our lifestyles. Stop. Right. Okay, so it's it's right, whatever. Please stop. All right. The internet has, okay, revolutionized our lifestyles, making it's making our life easier and faster. Okay, maybe great. Yeah, has revolutionized our lifestyle, making, we need a comma here, right? Making yeah, making our life, yes, great. Our life easier, making our life easier and faster. We should avoid the repetition here. Okay. On the other hand, the internet has revolutionized our lifestyles, making our life easier and faster. Now we should give some examples, right? We have 3 points that we are discussing:
Yes.
communication, access to the information, communication, and then performing certain tasks using robots, AI, and so on. Let's start with the right, communication. Maybe yes. Let's say.
By the way,
thanks to the internet, بفضل internet, thanks to the internet, what happened, right? People from
People
whatever parts, from whatever part of the world, of the globe, yeah, they can what?
uh, can communicate with us
Can
easily
communicate.
with a simple click.
Yeah, right. Live, right. Can communicate live, right. ممكن يتواصلوا مباشرة. They can communicate live, right. Yeah, right. You know, through, right. Let's say through a variety, right, of apps, right.
And
Yes,
services
right. Apps and social
media.
networks, right? Or social media, social
Mhm.
networks, right? Okay, right. All right, the apps, social, right. Um, yeah, right. So communicate through a variety of social networks. Let's keep it this way. Then we can give examples, right? Examples of applications that people are using now to communicate easily, right? Everyone, right? Everyone can use, right? Right? Everyone, right? Can use, right? Can use what? Give us some examples of social media networks, guys. Everyone can use
Facebook,
WhatsApp, right? Facebook, right? Messenger, yeah, Facebook, right? With the capital F, right? Messenger, Skype, right? Zoom, right? And many other, let's say, and many other, or more, let's say, more unlimited, right, applications, right, social applications, or applications, let's say here, right, applications, right, to to communicate formally and informally, right,
yes.
formally or informally, right? In a formal way, or right, in an informal way, right? What I mean is that there are, either formal communication, free communication, or that formal communication, it means for business purposes, right? They have to pay for business, Zoom, right, or for Zoom Pro, or Skype, a business Skype, or whatever, right? So to communicate formally, right, or informally, right? Very nice, good. Any more idea? Let's draw it on the idea of the access, easy access to the information now, right? And
Uh,
information tracking and that stuff, right? Besides,
giving
let's
us
besides. En plus, yeah, besides.
giving us an opportunity to access the information with a simple click.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, right. The key, connecting to the internet, or the internet itself, right? All right. So let's say here, uh, internet makes it easy for us to access information, whatever information we want, with a simple click on the keyboard, or our Android or iOS phone. All right, let's see right here. Besides, the internet makes the internet, right? Makes it easy. Makes it easy for us. I mean, it makes it easier, right? Yeah, for us to access information, to access, I say, whatever information, right? To access whatever information we want with a simple click on the keyboard, or our Android or iOS phone, right? Very nice, good. Now let's talk about right, the other side, which has to do with performing different tasks, through AI and robots. Great. So we need another linking word for addition. We can think about furthermore, right? Furthermore. علاوة على ذلك, furthermore, right? Yeah. Furthermore, right? The rise of AI, صعود, ظهور, right? The rise of AI, right? It means artificial intelligence, right? And right? Smart robots. Let's call it this way, right? Smart robots, right? What happened, right? What these things uh, helps us with, right?
Are helping us a lot
Mhm.
in our daily life.
Yeah, great. So we could say the rise of AI and smart robots, right, has, great, revolutionized, right, examination our has revolutionized, grace, our life, grace, as they
Why?
help us, grace, perform, as they help us, great. Let me use this dictate option here, as they help us, right, perform a variety of easy as well as challenging tasks without any burden or without any burden, right? بدون تعب, right? Without any burden, right? To perform easy as well as, right, challenging tasks without any burden. Very nice. Okay, بدون تعب. I think it's gonna be nice, very good. Okay, we shall go to the conclusion. That's gonna be enough, Ryan. We have the same size. مزيان, right? داك الشيء اللي عطينا لهذه نعطيها هذه. It's gonna be okay. Now let's move to the conclusion so that we can end up the session, guys. I feel a little bit tired. Oh my gosh, guys. Now, so all in all, هنحتاج واحد linking word خاص بالconclusion. To conclude, in brief, in short, all in all, right? All in all, yes.
Internet
The internet, right? Internet has really
has made
accelerate.
our
Uh-huh.
accelerate our
Accelerated.
communicate with our communication.
Right. Our life pace, وتيرة الحياة, right?
Yeah,
And communication, as you said, life pace and communication, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By uh, uh, by letting by
Mm-hmm. Let us, mention how was life before and then after, because it's summary, right? Why people, right? Why people use it, right? To spend, right? To spend a lot of effort, of time, right? And efforts to stay updated, right? Or, right? To share news, right? And updates in the past, right? Now, right, right, why people use it, right, to spend a lot of time and effort to share news, grant updates in the past, you know, the internet, right, has now, right, made it, right, easier for them, right, to, right, stay connected, right, to stay connected, right, and right, perform various, right, unlimited, right, unlimited tasks, right? To perform unlimited tasks, right? Without even having to employ, let's say, recruits, right? Because we have used employ before, right? Without even having to recruit a lot of workers, without having even to recruit a lot of efforts, right? I feel a little bit tired, right, Ryan? So
Yeah.
we may stop here, right? So I think, right, we've come to the end, right, of our article, right? You can add an idea or a question at the end. Having even to recruit a lot of workers, right? This, right, has really great, as unfortunately, right, great, contributed, yeah, contributed, contributed to the increase of unemployment rate in our community, which is really a big problem. اوكي دابا فتحنا مجال right I'm so what did I do right فتحنا مجال لموضوع آخر ديال unemployment, another problem, right? Okay, employment rate here, okay, contributed, right, to the increase of unemployment rate in our community, which is, right, we need a comma here maybe, which is really a big, right, which is a big problem nowadays, great. Let's see here nowadays, great, which is big problems nowadays. Okay, I think we've come to the end. I think the article right now is very, very well written, and we've come to the end, great, of this writing project, Rayane. We've spent a lot of time actually, but it's very, very beneficial. I'm going to share this with you, and hopefully, great, we will be meeting, inshallah, great, in another session for another project, maybe writing or something, maybe communication again, another interesting topic to discuss together. Do you have any question before you leave, Ryan?
No.
Okay, that's it for today. Great. I know you have spent a lot of time and hard work. Great. I congratulate you for that. Great, for your patience. And inshallah, great. Let's meet next time. Inshallah. All the best, everyone. For those who are watching us right now, don't forget